Welcome back to Astrology and Health. We have seen Aries, Taurus, and now we are into Gemini. Mind you, we are into the sun signs and not the Rashi or the Lugnam, but still, some of the characteristics which we delineate here will be matching some from the traditional Hindu astrology as well. Now, those born between 21st May and 21st June have a certain deficiency of the salt potassium chloride. In general, let us see what Geminis are like. And that's not something which I'm referring to in general. The quality which they assume germinates from lack of potassium chloride. They're quite intelligent, very sharp and fast. They think they're quite accurate. Sometimes they're not. And they commit a lot of errors by being hasty and rely too much on their intelligence. They keep blabbering a lot, they keep talking a lot, and suddenly try to withdraw. Suddenly you find themselves lonely and sickly. That precisely is the problem with Geminis. And a little bit like the Scorpios, the Geminis also have this tendency to initially rely too much on their own intelligence. And by the time they realize that they shouldn't have done this, the damage is done. So, ladies and gentlemen, we move on to Gemini and what they should administer in the form of a remedy, that is Calimore 3x in homeopathy. And if they use this Calimore, they can derive so much immunity that any other disease which they confront in their life is easily cured by the medicine given by the doctor. And usually the Geminis suffer from a phlegmatic constitution. They have the cold, the cough, and they easily catch the viruses. And their disposition is more towards rheumatism. So the salt which is deficient in them is potassium chloride. So I repeat, they are supposed to use Calimore 3x. So we move on to one question and one answer. And the question is very interesting and a question which arises in many minds. And people want the answer because they love the answer. The question is very simple. What exactly is the Bahubharya Yoga? People want one marriage but many wives. So, how will one have many wives? There is more than one. Well, of course, the scriptures state in a very simple manner. The first proposition is two wives, the second one is three, and the third one is many wives. Let us see how it happens. Supposing the seventh lord is debilitated or is with a malefic. Now, mind you, it's not like one is equal to one. It should have all the combinations. The seventh lord is debilitated or with a malefic, and Mercury, that is Buddha, and Saturn, Shani, are together in the seventh house. Let me repeat this. The seventh lord is debilitated or is with a malefic. Malefic in a sense, you have to decide who the benefic and malefic are by means of the Lagna, that is the ascendant. And if Mercury and Saturn are in the seventh house, one tends to have two wives. Sometimes moving to one remedy or the other inherent within the horoscope, even if this yoga is present, one has a marriage almost fixed, and the other is when the other marriage happens. So that can also be taken as a yoga concerning two wives, nearly two wives. The second combination is when there is Kuja and Shukra in the seventh house. Both have to be in the seventh house, Mars and Venus. And the Lagna Lord, the ascendant Lord, is in the eighth house. One tends to have three wives. Now you can't take that straight away, because if in such a combination, if the seventh house is aspected by the Yoga Karaka of the Lagna, or if Guru is aspecting in the fifth aspect, the seventh house is being aspected by the Guru in the fifth aspect, even then, seemingly three wives will not happen. So one can straight away conclude and say this: you've got three wives because this is a combination. Let us see the third combination given by astrologers, that is, if Shukra is in a mutable sign, Dvishvabhava Rashi, and the lord of this mutable sign is exalted, and the seventh lord is very strong. So there are too many things which have to happen together. Even then, the native of the horoscope has many wives, that is more than three. I'm not going into how they have that. That comes later. I'll explain later. Is it because of the death of the first wife, or is it because somebody has another affair and that person is also accepted with the first wife? Those are all different combinations. We'll deal separately. But whether that element of having more than one wife is inherent in a horoscope or not, that is what we are examining. I've given you three combinations, but out of them, no combination will work if the native has Guru even debilitated and Ravi, that is Jupiter, or and Sun in the 11th house from the Lagna. The person will not have more than one wife, even if one or more of these combinations which I have just told you are present in a horoscope. See you next time.